studying abnormal molar mass for dissociation. Okay, just you see, NaCl, that is sodium chloride, if it dissolved in water, 100% dissociation takes place. So it produces Na plus aqueous and Cl minus, we can say that, aqueous. So here, molecular mass of NaCl is 58.5 grams per mole. But in observed value, we can say that Na plus and Cl minus is dissociated. That's why 29.25 grams per mole, 29.25 grams per mole. So this is considered as normal, and this is considered as abnormal. So what is the formula of I? I is equal to normal molar mass divided by abnormal molar mass. So normal molar mass is which one? 58.50 divided by 29.25. Another term, it is a very easy. How many ion dissociates? Initially we can say that 2 ion is dissociates. I is equal to 2. Simple. I is equal to 2. This is 1 and this is 1. So 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. Now you see, you write down this sentence, it's very important. If we do not use I and calculated molar mass using colligative properties formula, that molar mass comes out to be abnormal. So very important formula. Remember this. So I is equal to total number of solute, whatever the after dissociate or associate, divided by total number of solute before dissociate or associate. This formula we already learned. So here I is equal to 2. Same way we observe for all different types of compounds. Another term for association, I is equal to observed colligative properties divided by calculated colligative properties. Observed colligative properties divided by calculated colligative properties. So just you see, this is a molar mass, and we can say that acetic acid, if we take 2 moles of acetic acid, and in benzene if we take 100%, association takes place. And due to that, dimerization takes place. And dimerization is what? Actually, acetic acid contains molar mass is 60 grams per mole. Okay, what is molar mass? You know this one. Okay, now, and dimerization takes place, that is acetic acid plus acetic acid. So here only one molecule takes place. So actually 120 grams per mole obtained. But here if you obtain I is equal to 60 divided by 120. How this particular value is obtained? I is equal to normal molar mass divided by abnormal molar mass. And normal molar mass is 60 divided by 120. So is equal to 1 upon 2. So I is equal to 0.5. Always I less than 1 for association and always I greater than 1 for dissociation. Remember this. Okay. Now, colligative properties. Now suppose there is an ionic compound is present. It's depend on number of particles of solutes. How many they dissociate? We have to introduce particular I part. So when dissociation or association takes place, an ionic compound is there at a time. According to colligative properties, number 1, relative lowering vapor pressure of solvent, P10 minus P1 divided by P10 is equal to Chi2 into I. We have to multiply with Van 't Hoff factor. You know this one, I is a Van 't Hoff factor. Second one, delta TB is equal to Kb into M into I. This is for elevation in boiling point. Delta TF is equal to Kf into M into I. This is called depression and freezing point. And pi, that is for osmotic pressure, pi is equal to CRT into I, osmotic pressure of solution. And here I stand for Van 't Hoff factor. Now we switch on towards different types of, we can say, the conditions in which NaCl, which is 0.1 molar, small m 0.01 molar and 0.001 molar. If complete dissociation not take part or say take place, and if complete dissociation take place, which particular tabular form is given in your textbook? And this question asked in recently examination, we can say that March 2020. So it's a very important questions in MCQ they asked. and many students confused in many ways. Just to understand in a particular next session. Okay, now friends, another very important example for dissociation. Understand it here. Sodium chloride is example and 0.1 molar, 0.01 molar and 0.001 molar is given. And this value is given in your textbook according to that I is equal to 1.87, I is equal to 1.94 and I is equal to 1.97. How we particular explain this values? So just to see. Suppose we consider one qualitative properties delta Tb is equal to Kb into m into I. Whatever the delta Tb, Kb is there, it's just to see. What is meaning of delta Tb is equal to Kb into m into I? You making formula making with respect to I. So I is equal to delta Tb divided by Kb into m. This value and this value may be constant. So I proportional to 1 over m. So here I proportional to, suppose m value is 0.1, then I proportional to we can write 10. I proportional to 1 over 0.01, then proportional to 100. And I proportional to 1 divided by 0.001, therefore proportional to 1000. So here you see 10, 100 and 1000, it's increased, and that's why I is increased in this direction. So this question asked. But in terms of molarity also, you have to consider pi is equal to CRT into I. This question asked. Okay. So here just to see, for dissociation, this term is very important. Suppose I is equal to 2. How we can say that? I is equal to 2 means what? 100% dissociation takes place. And that's why we can say that they are considered as I is equal to 2. So here dissociation is not occur 100% because molarity is changed. For dilute solution, value of I is increases because in dilute solution ionization occurs very easily because solid particles is very less. So understand this particular concept which is in your NCERT book is given. Different types of example is also there. Na2SO4, K2SO4. When iron is increases, that means what? Na plus Cl minus. Same way Na2SO4 twice Na plus SO4 minus 2. So here I value is 3. Suppose we take Al2SO4 thrice, then I value is 5 because twice Al plus 3 into SO4 minus 2. So 3 plus 2 is equal to 5. Value of I is depend on how many number of ions is dissociated in how many percentage. And if you understood this, then it's very easy. Now, here one example. At a given temperature, which of the following have maximum osmotic pressure? Consider 100% dissociation or associations occurs. Just I solve this particular example. Given is this 1 molar NaCl, 1 molar Na2SO4 and 1 molar Al2SO4 thrice. So here you see osmotic pressure, you know the particular formula, pi is equal to CRT into I. C stands for, we can say that concentration terms. R stands for gas constant, it is same for solution. T stands for temperature and I stand for Vent's-Hoffe factor. So here C, R and T, suppose they remain constant because all terms are remain constant. So pi is depend on which factor? Particular Vent's-Hoffe factor. And that's why suppose NaCl if we dissociate in water at that time Na plus Cl minus. So Na plus Cl minus I is equal to 2. Na2SO4, that means what? Just you understand this particular term. Na twice Na plus and SO4 minus 2. So 2 plus 1, that is I is equal to 3. Here 1 molar Al2SO4 thrice indicate what? Once again, twice Al plus 3 plus 3 into SO4 minus 2. So here 2 plus 3, that means I is equal to 5. So first number is this, second number is this and third number is this because I factor increase at this position. So here we can say that first number osmotic pressure higher of this, second is this and third is this. Same way, just you give try solve this example. 1 molar NaCl, 1 molar urea NH2CONH2. This molecular mass is 60 grams per mole. 1 molar C6H5COOH. Molecular mass is 122 grams per mole. You have to remember molecular mass and find out which one contain higher osmotic pressure. Here your answer is changed. It is not on depend on particular factor, but you have to remember this formula and from that you have to find out answer. Okay, now we switch on towards our two examples which is given in your NCERT book according to dissociation or association. Now, in NCERT textbook, example number 2.12 is given. I write particular sentence also here. 2 gram of benzoic acid C6H5COOH dissolved in 25 gram of C6 acid, that is called benzene, shows delta TF is equal to 1.62 Kelvin. Kf is equal to 4.9 Kelvin kilogram per mole for benzene. What is the percentage association of acid if it forms dimer in solution? Now see, particular whatever the data is given, first of all write it. W2, once again I repeat, 2 stand for solute and 1 stand for solvent. So W2 is equal to 2 gram, W1 is equal to 25 gram, delta TF is equal to 1.62 Kelvin, Kf is equal to 4.9 Kelvin kilogram per mole. You know that depression in freezing point delta TF is equal to Kf into 1000 into W2 divided by M2 into W1, where this M2 is nothing but experimentally molar mass. Remember, this is on the basis of experiment we find out molar mass. So here, this value of M2, if you make a formula making with respect to M2, at that time M2 is equal to Kf into 1000 into W2 divided by delta TF into W1. Therefore, 4.9, put all those values and calculate it. If you calculate, then you obtain 241.98 grams per mole, and this is, we can say that, which value? Abnormal molar mass, because it is not actual value, it is experimental value. Okay. Now here they just say that dimerize takes place in a solution. So 2C6H5COOH, it gives C6H5COOH twice. Initially, suppose we consider 1 mole. At that time there is no any association occur. But if we consider there is a 1 mole is associate, at that time here x by 2 is there, that means association is occur, and here obtain 1 minus x. What is meaning of this? Here 2 moles of benzoic acid is there, they combine and form only 1 mole, and that's why here we have to write divided by 2. These two factors come at this position when equilibrium takes place. If you understand this, then it becomes very easy. So I is equal to what? According to I, we can say that at equilibrium, whatever the 1 minus x plus x by 2 is there, divided by initially 1 is there. So I is equal to 1 minus x by 2. Remember this particular, which is you have to use later on. But I is equal to normal molar mass for benzoic acid divided by abnormal molar mass for benzoic acid. Here I calculate C6H5COOH molecular formula is given. According to that, molar mass of this particular formula is, this is molecular formula C7H6O2. How many carbon is there? 6 plus 1, so 7, H6 and O2. So here we obtain 122 grams per mole, which is our actual value. So here normal molecular mass is 122 grams per mole divided by experimental value of this molar mass is 241.98 grams per mole. So this value becomes 0.504. So I is equal to 0.504. But what is this I? I is equal to 1 minus x by 2. Compare these two equations. So I is equal to 1 minus x by 2 is equal to, we can say that 0.504. So x by 2 is equal to 1 minus 0.504. So I is equal to, we can say that, sorry, x by 2 is equal to 0.496. So x is equal to 0.496 into 2. So x is equal to 0.992. What is meaning of this? Degree of association of benzoic acid in benzene is 99.2%. Just you see, this association is occur. So according to percentage, it is considered as 99.2%, and that is the correct value. So this is the correct answer, and it's carried out 4 marks. Remember, this question asked in a 4 marks. Now we switch on towards next example 2.13, which is your last example of this chapter. Example number 2.13, which is a very important. Just you see, 0.6 ml of CH3COOH, it is called acetic acid having density 1.06 grams per ml, is dissolved in 1 liter of water delta TF is equal to 0.0205 degrees Celsius. Calculate I and Ka. I means Van-Hoff factor and Ka means dissociation constant of acetic acid. Remember, this is a very important. You already learned in equilibrium chapter standard 11. Kf value is not given, but in just data 1.86 Kelvin kilogram per mole. It's given in examination. So here, first of all, just to see 1.06 or say 0.6 ml acetic acid is given. Okay. So here 1 ml equals 1.06 gram. Therefore, 0.6 ml equals what? We are just giving relation with 0.6 ml to density, that is 1.06 gram per ml. That means what? 1.06 gram divided by 1 ml. So here 1 ml value is 1.06 gram. So what is value of 0.6 ml? So it's a 0.6 into 1.06 gram. Okay. Now N2 is nothing but we can say that moles of solute, and that is acetic acid. W2 divided by M2. W2 already know, 0.6 into 1.06 divided by 60. 60 is a molecular mass or molar mass of acetic acid. If you calculate, then you got 60 value. Okay. So this N2 is nothing but 0.0106 mole. Here you see, consider 1000 ml of water is equal to 1000 gram of water. What is meaning of this? Particular here data is not given, but whatever the density of water is considered 1 grams per ml. So here molarity is equal to 1000 into W2 divided by M2 into W1. Put this value 1000 into W2. This value is this 0.6 into 1.06 gram. So this value is 0.6 into 1.06 divided by 60 into 1000. So value is 0.0106 mole per kg. This value is considered as molality as well as number of moles. Initially number of moles, that is N. Just we draw attention to us later on. But delta TF is equal to Kf into M. So 1.86 into 0.0106 is equal to 0.0197 Kelvin. This is the calculated delta TF value. Remember this. Here certain value is given delta TF. These are, we can say that observed value. Observed value is this and calculated value is this. Do not confuse in this. Okay. Van-Hoff factor I is equal to observed freezing point divided by calculated freezing point. Observed freezing point is given 0.0205. Put this value here and calculated, just we calculate or say experimentally we obtain 0.0197. So value is 1.041 Kelvin. Now acetic acid, if it is dissolved in water, at that time they dissociate in terms of H plus and acetate ion. Initially, suppose we consider number of moles is N. Actually, N is nothing but 0.0106. Consider this. So here initially 0 dissociation takes place. But after some time, or say at equilibrium, N into 1 minus X, and suppose they dissociate NX into NX. Here actually X is considered for association, but here you consider for dissociation also. Actually alpha must be there, but here in the textbook X is given, so we write X. N into 1 minus X, NX and NX. So total number of moles at equilibrium is N into 1 minus X plus NX is equal to N into 1 plus X. So what is value of I? I is equal to total moles of particles. We can say that after dissociation divided by total number of particles dissociate before dissociation. So I is equal to N into 1 plus X divided by N. N cancelled out, so you got 1 plus X. So here I is equal to 1.041. We calculated already. So 1.041 is equal to 1 plus X. So value of X is equal to 1.041 minus 1 is equal to 0.041. Now see, concentration of acetic acid is equal to, consider this equation, particular this equation, N into 1 minus X is equal to 0.0106 into 1 minus 0.041. Here value of acetate ion is equal to value of H plus ion, because both concentration is same at equilibrium. So is it NX? Just to see, NX is also written. So here 0.0106 into 0.041. So here just to see, acetic acid plus water, acetate ion and H3O plus. H3O plus is nothing but H plus which is dissolved in H2O, and that is value is H plus. So what is value of Ka? Ka is concentration of acetate ion into concentration of H plus ion divided by concentration of acetic acid. Put this value, acetate ion which remains same 0.0106 into 0.041, and this concentration is same, and that's why we put square, divided by 0.0106 into 1 minus 0.041. So if you calculate this, then value of Ka or value of dissociation constant of acetic acid is opting 1.86 into 10 raised to minus 5. This value is correct for acetic acid, and that's why this answer is also correct. Value of I is equal to, we can say that value of I is equal to, what is the value of I? Here it is written 1.041, and what is the value of, here not K, K is not written at here, correct it, K is not there, so both are cancelled out, so 1.041 is there, and that is value of I, and value of K is 1.86 into 10 raised to minus 1. Please correct this, here value of K is cancelled out, so 1.041 is there, and that's why this chapter is completed. Just you watch this video properly with the help of course, and make a note of this. And now we switch on towards exercise, and mainly whatever the example is there, which is not we can say that done by you, or say you are not solved, that we solve it. Okay, now make a screenshot of this. Lesson number, we can say that chapter number 2 solutions is over from your NCERT textbook. Thank you very much.